Owen Hussein here from FightHype.com, and I'm here with the sauce, none other than Mr. Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence, how are we doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I've been meaning to try to come down to get you, and I caught you by chance here. It's crazy how things work.
Yeah, man, that's life. Sometimes things just fall into place.
Firstly, let's talk about this fight that you've got going on June the 6th for the Commonwealth title. Big opportunity for yourself, but you're moving at a very, very quick pace. You know, what do you make of Luke Watkins first of all, and how do you assess that fight?
Luke Watkins, good fighter. You know what I mean. From what we've seen of him, he's very good at pretty much everything. So he's just a good, solid, all-round fighter. So good, solid jab, works it well, head and body, works the body well. He knows how to pace himself over, the rounds. Good puncher, and when he's got someone hurt, he knows how to finish them. But then also, he has got certain tendencies. Do you know what I mean? That he might have worked on, but I think 7 weeks isn't really long enough to change certain key habits. The same way I've got habits that are hard to change. So yeah, that's kind of how I see him. And the fight, did you ask me? Was that the second question? The fight, I feel that it should be a good fight because he likes to stand and box, and that allows me to stand and box. I don't think he's going to run, even if I hurt him early or whatever. I think he's going to stick to his game plan because he's confident in his power. So it should be a good one.
One thing that was quite visible in your last fight with Isaac Chamberlain was you were physically just a lot stronger than him.
Yeah.
There was times in that fight where you were pushing him about. You were using your physical strength, and it seems like it was just working. Do you feel like you can do that to Luke Watkins?
We have to see. I mean, I know Luke Watkins does a lot of strength and conditioning, similar to myself. But I mean, I'm in there week in, week out with big, strong heavyweights. So you learn how to, handle yourself when it comes to pushing, pulling, shoving, stuff like that. So I believe I'll be able to, maybe not to this extent of Isaac, because I believe he'll be a little bit more solid in his legs. But I will be able to manhandle him in a bit more of a sensible way.
Talk to me about the Isaac Chamberlain fight. Let's go back a couple of months. You won that fight. You were headlining the bill, but there was a lot of criticism that came out towards that fight. Maybe not towards yourself, but just in general, the whole fight as a general. What do you make of the outcome of that fight, and how has that made you better going forward?
I think in terms of the feedback and whatever, I'm alright with it. I think it's part of boxing, part of sport in general. You know what I mean? People build up expectation, and if you don't deliver, they're gonna have something to say. I'm not gonna sit and say I think it was the most exciting fight. I don't think it was the worst fight in the world, but I think because there was so much animosity and hype built up, people expected two guys to go to absolute war. I think that quite early, I hurt him, and I was shown to be physically stronger. So it's difficult to, have a fight when the other person is not physically able to keep up with you. Do you know what I mean? So stuff I did learn from it, not to be too over eager. A lot of little stuff. Do you know what I mean? And also that expectation and opinions from fans, from supporters of my opponents, supporters of myself, they don't mean anything. The only thing that matters is how two people actually gel together.
You're 8 fights in, correct?
Yeah.
So your 9th fight's going to be for a Commonwealth title. That's a good sort of move, good sort of progression in your career. By the end of this year, say you beat Luke Watkins. I know fighters don't like to look forward, but let's look forward. By December this year, what position do you want to be in regards to titles that you have?
Titles, Commonwealth, and it's a tricky one because it's like, where will we be? June? I would say Commonwealth and maybe British by the end of the year, because the British champion is Matty Askin. I think he's like rated in and around the top 10 to 15 in the world. So that's the sort of step you take when it's time that you want to attack the world scene. Do you know what I mean? So, progression.